So I'm making another video for myself. I'm at home. I had a bad feeling about being at my aunt's, and I do want to be here for my family, even though it's really toxic here. But I I'm told to not lose hope, but I just got off the phone with my appointment for the disability office, my appeals. I was denied the first time, which is normal. I'll get denied the second time, probably. It'll go to trial, probably. But that's going to take 18 months, and I'm living with, my significant other, who is supportive through this because he knows that mental illness exists. He knows it because of his family, and he's being supportive paying my bills, but I think he has a little anger towards me about it because when he didn't have a job, I wasn't very sympathetic for him. So I am very gracious that he is doing this, and I'm very gracious that my mom is paying for most of my medical expenses. But it's really hard putting them under all of this. I feel like a complete burden. And I told the appeals office, I said I want to get a PRN job for when I'm feeling okay, because it's unpredictable when I'm going to feel okay, and I want to contribute. But I am not allowed, or I will definitely lose this case. I'm 5 months in. They said the process could take 18 months. I'm at the point where I don't know what I could do. If I go get a job, it's not going to last. It's not going to stick. I know it. And how do I even... I don't even know. It's just hard to describe. But the appeals lady was actually a Christian, and it was really surprising. She deals with, depression and anxiety as well. She's had multiple panic attacks. She's been to the ER, and it was really refreshing to hear from her, because I don't get, besides my significant other, I don't get support from my family. The only other person with mental illness in my family has died. So when I get told I'm a leech, when I get told that I'm faking it, when I get told I'm trying to get out of my responsibilities, I'm lazy, even as far as I should go kill myself, it's really hard, and it makes it worse because I feel guilty for feeling this way, and I'm actually trying. It's an invisible illness. It's if somebody had cancer, nobody would treat me this way if I had cancer. Thank God I don't, or that I don't think I do. But I haven't vomited since I started the Effexor because I don't have an appetite, and I'm forcing myself to eat even though I'm not hungry. But I am losing weight, and I don't get it, and I'm not putting out that much energy. So I'm not sure why I'm losing weight. I'm down to 86 pounds. And I am making sure I eat at least 2 meals a day. Before I was eating one, and I was at a steady weight. So I'm kind of confused. But the appeals lady said that I definitely have a case. She says, I know BS when I hear it, and it makes it worse with COVID because a lot of people are just, taking advantage of the system basically. But she says, I know what you're going through. I believe you. I think you have a case. But, I hate to tell people this, but expect a denial, and the process is going to take a very long time. And I feel like a complete burden. So I'm just talking to myself. It doesn't matter. But so I just wanted to give you an update. I gave her my symptoms, my medications, and I could see the reason I want to make this is I could see like I was told the other day my illness isn't even real. Like, this is fake. Like, well, by someone that doesn't even believe COVID exists, so I should just pass it off. But it makes me feel even more guilt than I need right now, and it puts more on my plate. I have a responsibility to my family. I have a responsibility to my son, to my, let me just call husband. I mean, not legally, but husband. I have a responsibility to my dog. I have a responsibility to be a good and decent human being. And I feel incapable of doing those things. And, back to like me saying, if I had cancer. Well, if I had cancer, and I wasn't getting treatment, I could see people being mad at me. But I have a mental illness, and it does exist, no matter what anybody says. And I am trying everything. Medications, different counselors, all different kinds of counselors, biblical counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists. I will never go back to a psychiatrist. That is just the most disgusting field I've ever been in. I've admitted myself into a hospital, which I'm not only with suicidal people, but I'm also with homicidal people. So, and that's not even run by the state, I don't think. So I don't know where people are supposed to turn. I know people need a strong, really strong support system to get through this. And, I'm trying to find that. And there's only so much I can do. I'm praying. That is my only hope right now, because with time I can be healed. But it might not be his time. I don't know what his plans for me are. I know they're good, but I don't know the timeline, and I can't control these things, and I need to stop sitting back and trying to control the situation. It is what it is. I am sick, and I'm not delusional. This is real. I'm going through it. I'm living proof, and I have to ignore the thoughts of other people, because even the appeals person said, if you don't go through it yourself, you're not going to believe it. So she said she would pray for me. It was amazing that she's a Christian, and she said, I'm going to the right counselor because I'm trusting the right resource. I mean, so, you know, psychiatrists are just trial and error, and when they don't know what to do with you anymore, they say go to the hospital. I mean, that was my experience. Go to the hospital. Check yourself in. They don't know what to do. There's no cure. There's no definite cure from a psychiatrist. So I'm not going back, but I am going to take my medication every day like I'm supposed to. I am going to, get sunlight, try to eat right, do yoga, pray, go to my counselor, do my homework, and keep up with the disability case. And I have to just ignore everything else. I mean, I have this problem with OCD. This house is a disaster, and everybody else is okay with living in it. I'm not. And I get in arguments, and I have to just clean my space and let them be pigs if they want to be pigs. I mean, not maybe my perception is off and it's not really that bad, but I can't see how somebody would say that's clean. So, I'm going off on tangents. I just am making this video because I just wish that more people believed me. And I know my mom believes me, but she says stuff like I try to get out of my responsibilities, and I'm a hard fucking worker. I'm sorry, excuse my language. I mean, anybody at my jobs would tell you I go above and beyond. And I go above and beyond everything I do that I'm able to do. So maybe I shouldn't do that because it burns me out. That's just an idea that just came to my mind, but like I don't know, that's who I am. I like to go above and beyond. I like to do things the right way. I like justice. I get in arguments with managers. I mean, who am I? But as a nurse, I can't sit back. It's not like an automobile. It's not like we're selling cars. These are human beings. And when it comes down to like management, dealing with money versus taking care of a person, I cannot sit back and just not say something. And that is my problem. But I can't, like how I can't control my sister and her behavior as much as I want to save her. I can't control their behavior either. But I do get concerned that it's going to come back to bite me in the butt because I'm not allowed to do my job the way that I'm supposed to do my job because of management. And, I can document that, but I mean, and then I have these diagnoses, and it's one word against another. I'm put in this predicament where I have no power, none, and nobody wants to believe somebody with a mental disability. Nobody wants to take me seriously. The cops, people in general, nobody wants to take me seriously because I'm thinking the worst always. And even if I had wise advice, it's just jungled with all of the other garbage that I spew out because I'm so over, like, I'm so on guard 24/7 that I can't, like, I just have to let go, and I just can't, I can't let go. I'm so scared, and I know that's something I have to deal with in my flesh. It's the flesh. It's human nature, and I can't do that. Only God can do that. So I have to wait on His timing and hope that nobody takes advantage of me, of my situation, and that people believe me and don't make it worse for me, and that I don't make it worse for them to be around me, because I do need support. And I know I am definitely not the person anybody wants to live with. Not in this state. No. So basically I have to keep my mouth shut and just talk to myself, talk to my counselor, talk to God, because no one else is going to understand. So she told me to keep my head up high and it'll get better one day and everything passes and time heals things, all those things. But, it's not coming quick enough for me, for my liking. And I don't think it's coming quick enough for anybody else's liking either. So that's a big problem too. But what do I do? I understand why people kill themselves. And I'm not saying I'm suicidal at all. I would definitely seek help if I was. But I understand why people do it. And, I'm just going to use an example. My mom says it's selfish. It's selfish. But when you feel like you're a burden to everybody, I feel like that's the most unselfish thing that you could do. But it's also a sin. It's murder. This is not, it's not me, it's not up to me when my time is up. And I know that, and I would never kill myself. I don't think like that right now. And I hope I never do. I've been there, down that road. I had to admit myself. I know that I'm glad that I'm able to recognize when it's time. So, just I gotta remember to stay strong and keep my head up, and not saying this will pass soon, but I am only 33. I want plans for myself, for my future. I want plans to look forward to, but I really am not in the position to have any plans. And now I'm back at square one. Bobby's brother is going to get out of jail. We don't have a safe haven to go. and I feel right back to the beginning from when Henry was born. So I gotta figure something out. I want to do this honestly. In a selfish way too. I don't want anybody finding out, like, if I did something under the table, and I know I'd be helping my family, but that's lying. I'm gonna go now. But, yeah, this is my second video. If you didn't see my first one, if you're even paying attention, I'm just making this for myself, and if anything happens, just down the road for somebody to see that it's not, you're not a burden. I want to be in a place where I can say I got through this and show other people. And that's what this is really about. And I just hope the best for everybody with this illness. I don't wish this on anybody. But I'm gonna go enjoy my day with my family. And He's given me this day. Thank you, God. Amen. And I hope that I can cling stronger and let go. And that the time comes where He heals me soon. So, all right. Have a great day.